Very good afternoon, and you're welcome to Pearse Stadium here in Galway for the Bon Secure Senior Football Championship Group C Round 2 clash between Kilannin and Monivea Abbey. Certainly is a lovely day here in the seaside venue for this clash in the Senior Football Championship. Both teams coming into this contest having lost out in their respective opening round games. We had a defeat for Kilannin to Milltown on the scoreline of 4-18 to 3-12, and Monivea Abbey losing out to Carlisle Strand by 110 to 10 points. So victory a must, you'd imagine, for both sides here today in this second round clash, as Monivea Abbey down to our right hand side in their red and blue jerseys, Kilannin down to our left hand side, and we'll go through the starting 15 team for today. We'll start with Kilannin. In goal, number 1, Oran Bynes. Full back line of 2, Ted McAndrew, 18, Ryan Melia, and 4, Luke McKenna. The half back line is made up of Sean Shoga wearing 5, James Walsh 27, and number 7, Aaron Maguire. At midfield is the partnership now of number 19, Cathal Welch, and number 9, David Kelly, and a half forward line of number 10, Jack O'Toole, 11, Johnny Heaney, and 8, Darragh Walsh, and a full forward line of Joe Flaherty wearing 12, Enda Kelly the captain wearing 14, and Keane Folan completing the full forward line wearing number 15. The backroom team for Kilannin today is our manager Marvin Lee, selectors Robert Lee, Keith Joyce, Mike Joyce, and Ian Thornton. So that's the Kilannin lineup for the start of today's round 2 clash. The referee is Frank Kinnane from the city here, well-known established referee at senior level over the years. He'll be the man in charge here for this clash today. Monivea Abbey then show a number of changes as well to the programme. We'll start with their starting 15. In goal, number 1, Dennis Farher, 2, Jason Flaherty, 3, Keith O'Reilly, and 4, Jamie Burke. At 5 is the captain, Finan Garvey, 6, Caelan Mulry, and 7, Lee Kenny. At midfield is the partnership of number 8, Trevor Mullins, and number 9, Darragh Burke. And the full forward line, wearing 20, Philip Muldowney, 11, Killian McDade, and 12, Conor Dolan. And the full forward line now reads number 13, Brian Morden, 14, Matt Cosgrove, and number 22, Glenn Kelly. The backroom team for Monivea Abbey, of course, is made up of manager Garvin McDade, dad of Galway star Killian McDade, selectors Kevin Higgins, the legendary Tomas Mannion, and Henry O'Hora. So that's the 2 starting 15s today for this opening round clash here of a double header in Pearse Stadium. Coming up later on, of course, we'll have the clash of Moyaquillan and Uachtarard in their second round clash. They, of course, are in Group A of the Championship. Referee Frank Kinnane in the middle of the field with both captains, Dave Kelly, Andy Kelly, the captain for Kilannin, and Finan Garvey, the captain for Monivea Abbey. We're about to have the signing of the official team sheets, and then we'll have the toss as Frank goes to the pocket to retrieve the coin, tosses it fairly quickly onto the right hand. Kilannin have the call. They will play from left to right, it looks like, in this first half, as we're just a minute or two away from the throw in here. So the 1992 County Senior Champions Monivea Abbey looking to get back on winning ways. So too Kilannin, Intermediate Champions of 2014 in Galway. Both sides looking for a win to get their championship ambitions back up and running after having suffered the defeats we told you about earlier in the opening round, in a group that sees Milltown now very much to the fore with back-to-back victories in their opening 2 games. So substitutes making their way to the bench. Kilannin down to our left hand side, just having a last few words of encouragement, and team will go into a group huddle there as well. Manager Marvin Lee given the final instructions. Of course, there's no Cathal Sweeney or Patrick Sweeney, 2 long established members of this Kilannin side. We see Cathal Sweeney coming up the steps of Pearse Stadium down in front of us there as well. So sporting that baseball cap at the back there, not playing for Kilannin today. How big of a loss will that be for Kilannin? Patrick doesn't start either, but he is wearing number 17 and he's on the team sheet for Kilannin. So Monivea Abbey in a huddle down here as well. Dennis Farher with the spec cap, the goalkeeper, years of experience, giving out words of encouragement to his squad as well. A team of mixed of youth and experience. Garvin McDade in there as well, the Monivea Abbey manager, proud Limerick man, and very happy that Limerick did the business again this year. Not too happy that Galway and his son, who did have a great game for Galway in the All-Ireland final, scoring 4 points, just didn't get over the line in the end against Kerry. So we're very close to throw in here now in Pearse Stadium. It must be said, a great crowd in the stand here as well for this one. And Galway club games have been getting big crowds over the last 2 weekends for these senior championship games, as Monivea Abbey make their way up to our left hand side here. So the result of the toss was Kilannan's Enda Kelly, the captain, won that, and Kilannin will play from left to right as they have selected to play in this first half. So all in readiness then for the start of this Group C of the Bon Secours Senior Football Championship Round 2 clash. Monivea Abbey and Kilannin. Referee Frank Kilannin, and a high five there to some of the Kilannin lads, has done likewise to Monivea Abbey before the start here. And we're about to get the action underway. Frank Kilannin looking for a ball, appealing to either side to supply him with the ball for the throw-in. Bang on cue, maybe just a little bit after the 2 o'clock time here, but Frank Kilannin happy enough to get the game underway. The umpires not wearing white jackets today or tops as the referee throws the ball in. They're underway, and Kilannin straight away win the throw in there through Darragh Walsh. Leaves it. Kilannin's going to go back with this now towards Aaron Maguire. Aaron out the side of the field towards Cathal Walsh. Walsh now for Kilannin, a little bit of space in the middle, opening up here maybe now for Kilannin. Pull on Johnny Heaney there. Referee having a word with Trevor Mullins. And Heaney takes it quick, into the corner it goes. Good ball inside. Kilannin now trying to work it. Keane Folan, danger man for Kilannin. Takes too many steps as the referee, and that's going to be a free out for Monivea Abbey. Danger averted for the Monivea Abbey man there. Too many steps. As referee telling Kenny McDade to go back with this one inside the D down to our right hand side. Early stages of this first half, just inside the opening minute if you're just joining us here on our live stream. As the ball makes its way over towards Trevor Mullins. Mullins now up along the line towards Caelan Mulry, dual star for Monivea Abbey. Likes to attack, pops the ball off. An opportunity now for Monivea is there to take a shot. The shot comes in from out the field, it's high, looks like a good score for Monivea Abbey, but it's gone out to the right hand side and wide. Umpires had a quick check of that one. The shot came in from Brian Moran as Kilannin take the kick out quickly and short. Finds its way to Cathal Walsh. Walsh now, off it goes to Patrick Sweeney, is it? Or to the number 27, James Walsh. James Walsh off to Johnny Heaney, who takes on 2 or 3 Monivea Abbey players, still going forward, turns back outside, needs support. It will come from the midfielder, Darragh Walsh. Back off it goes towards Aaron Maguire. Maguire, will he go for the return pass? Bottled up in there, the ball comes back outside. Scoring opportunity, goes in, it goes up and over the bar. It's an excellent score for Kilannin. We got the opening score here in Pearse Stadium. It's come from the wing back, Aaron Maguire. Likes to get forward, gets forward. And inside the opening 2 minutes, just about, Kilannin get the opening score off the boot of wing back Aaron Maguire. So good score for Kilannin, and they lead by 1 point to no score. The first chance of a kick out then for Monivea Abbey's keeper Dennis Farrer, out towards Matt Cosgrove. Man listed at full forward, but playing a little bit deeper now since a nice ball forward towards Brian Moran. Moran gives it back off towards his captain Finan Garvey. Garvey going forward. It's going to be called back if the advantage doesn't accrue. Players free over on the far side of the field. Scoring opportunity now for Monivea Abbey, stepping inside. Dolan comes in with a shot. The blast across the face of the goal and out to the right hand side and wide. It was an opportunity. It ended up with Conor Dolan, and Dolan off the left foot must have fancied hitting that into the top right hand corner, but it just squeezed out to the right hand side of the post, and Monivea registered their second wide. 3 minutes gone in the first half. The kick out to come from the goalkeeper Oran Bynes, being told to hurry it up by the Monivea Abbey crowd. Aaron Maguire, the opening score for Kilannin 60 seconds ago, sees them lead here in Pearse Stadium by 1 point to no score. James Walsh changes it this side of the field towards Johnny Heaney. Heaney now trying to take on Finan Garvey, who's given the task, I think, of picking him up right now. Johnny Heaney still going forward. Johnny Heaney now inside the D, still going forward. Should be a score for Kilannin. Johnny Heaney high, and Johnny Heaney over the bar. Started and finished by the Galway star Johnny Heaney. Way back in his own half-back line. An interchange of passes, and in the end Johnny just tore through the Monivea Abbey defence to fire that one over the bar. Kilannin lead by 2 points to no score, and he is a threat going forward for sure. Finan Garvey collects the short kick out as the ball now goes off to Keith O'Reilly. back to Killian McDade, who seems to be playing very deep for Monivea Abbey in this first half. Monivea Abbey's Dara Burke drives it long, in over the top it goes. An opportunity now for Lee Kenny to get it. Lee Kenny going to have a thought about having a shot, might still do that off the left, going to drop it in around the house, but it's easy in there for Oren Bynes, the Kilannin keeper, to gather possession. Darragh Walsh, into the centre it goes towards his captain, Enda Kelly. Kelly now surveying what's on offer, what's the options. The option is Joe Flaherty, who steps back outside again. Kilannin looking at every opportunity to take on the Monivea Abbey defence. And Dave Kelly, Enda Kelly, the full forward, sends it inside towards Cian Folan, another dual star, of course, well known in hurling circles as well. But he's dispossessed here on this occasion, and that's great work by the Monivea Abbey cornerback inside. Jamie Burke keeping tabs on the ever dangerous Cian Folan. As McDade gets it off to Garvey. Garvey to Trevor Mullins. The Garda in the middle of the field for Monivea Abbey sends a nice ball inside towards Glenn Kelly. Glenn now taking on his direct marker, Ted McAndrew. Glenn Kelly off the left goes for an ambitious effort from way out on the right hand side, and that's gone out for another wide from Monivea Abbey. 3 wides from Monivea Abbey. Kilannin 2 points in the opening stages here. We played 5.5 minutes of this Group C clash in the Galway Senior Football Championship, and it's 2 points for Kilannin. Monivea Abbey yet to register a score, but they've had 3 wides. Kilannin far more economical so far in this game. The ball is picked up by Ryan Melia. Out it comes to James Walsh. Time for Darragh Walsh to get onto the ball. As a hand pass goes astray there, picked up by Johnny Heaney. And it must be said that the weather today is far more suitable for football than we had over the last number of days. The temperature's down a little bit. The sun being shaded here in Salthill by the clouds, so it's a lot easier maybe for these lads to get through 60 minutes plus of championship action. As the ball finds a way towards Aaron Maguire now. All this happening between the 45 and 65. David Kelly, nice ball inside towards Cian Folan, out in front of his man this time. Cian trying to take on the Monivea Abbey defence, goes to ground. The referee says it's over carrying again. Well, referee Frank Kinney laying down the law early here in Pearse Stadium. Thou shalt not take too many steps or thou will be penalised. And that's exactly what happened there, as Jamie Burke comes forward, the man entrusted with picking up Cian Folan in the early stages, as Killian McDade back there in around full back as well at the moment for Monivea Abbey. Time for Caelan Mulry now to go forward. Lovely ball inside towards Glenn Kelly. Kelly out in front of his man, looking for support. The support will come from the wing forward Conor Dolan off this side of the field towards Brian Moore, and it should be a score from Monivea Abbey, but it's gone out to the left hand side and wide. 4 scoring opportunities for the former county champions, all gone a begging, and so it remains with 7 minutes gone on the clock. Kilannin 2 points, Monivea Abbey no score. Oren Bynes, man between the posts for Kilannin, decides to go at the stand side. Out it comes here, knocked down. Monivea Abbey tried to get onto it. There's a foul there. Referee says it's a foul. He hasn't indicated which way it is going to be. The foul was on Philip Muldowney, and it's to Monivea Abbey. So eventually the word gets through where the free is going to, as now the ball is sent inside towards Lee Kinney from Monivea Abbey. He gets a free, and it will be a scoring opportunity for Monivea Abbey from a place ball to open their account here. We've gone past the 8-minute mark of the first half. And it's number 22, Glenn Kelly, with this free for Monivea Abbey. Suits a right-footed kicker, just about 24 metres out from goal, halfway between the sideline and the goal post. As Kelly strikes this one. Again, it's a poor effort, however, not struck very well. Monivea Abbey will be furious with themselves at the moment. Created 5 scoring chances. All of them have been wide, some of them of the poor variety. One of them was a glorious goal chance for Conor Dolan early on, when he saw his shot blaze high, wide out to the right of the post. And Kilannin far more economical, as we said earlier. 2 scoring chances, 2 points for them. Ball very close to the sideline here. Caught brilliantly there out of the sky by Dara Walsh. And has time to get it inside in towards Enda Kelly. Enda now looking for movement inside. Cian Folan seems to be the target man in there a lot of the times. And in over the top it goes towards the aforementioned Cian Folan. Folan goes in there. The referee is going to give a penalty for a push in the back by Dennis Farragher on Cian Folan. Folan kept his eye on the ball all the way. The ball was delivered in long, in over the top. The referee's going to go in. He's going to award a penalty. And after all Monivea Abbey's efforts and shots on goal, they trail by 2 points, have now conceded a penalty which has come in the 14th minute of the contest, and an ideal opportunity for Johnny Heaney to try and put Kilannin 5 up here. Dennis Farragher being asked to give the ball out to Frank Kineen initially, then to Johnny Heaney, and Johnny Heaney now has this penalty opportunity for Kilannin with just 10 minutes gone in this contest, and Kilannin have a penalty. Stepping up to it is Johnny Heaney. Facing him is Monivea Abbey's Dennis Farragher. Heaney, little step back, strikes the ball, strikes it into the right hand side. Kilannin have got the goal. Monivea Abbey have been made pay the price for that foul, as the goal comes from Johnny Heaney from the penalty spot in the 11th minute of the first half. Kilannin now have gone 1-2 to no score ahead. So Monivea Abbey haven't registered a score of any description in 11 minutes. Ball knocked down towards Matt Cosgrove in the middle of the field. Referee spotted the foul. It's picked up quickly by Finan Garvey, who sends it inside towards Glenn Kelly. Touch on it there by the Monivea Abbey forward. Ball back outside now towards Conor Dolan. Dolan inside. Monivea Abbey now with a little bit of space. Chance here for Brian Moran. Sees his ball, the shot come back off the crossbar. Gathered in there brilliantly by the alert Ryan Melia, who's in ahead of Lee Kenny, and somehow Kilannin get it out towards Johnny Heaney in acres of space in the middle of the field. Heaney now looking for movement inside. He's going to go for the return pass, that's for sure. You can tell that his intention is to get onto it again. He does get onto it, returns the favour back towards the wing forward, Joe Flaherty. Flaherty off the right, curling, but not curling sufficiently, and out to the right hand side and wide. It's the first wide for Kilannin, and we've played 11 and a half minutes of action. We will have water breaks, of course, here in Pearse Stadium today. They've become an essential part of the GAA weekend over the last number of days. Dennis Farragher for Monivea Abbey sees the ball fall off its tee. Let's go back to take this one again. And Farragher, having conceded that penalty to Johnny Heaney, Kilannin see the ball touched on the ground. Is it? No, it's a foul on Philip Muldowney. He's 1-2-3s for Monivea Abbey. The ball is sent back. Finan Garvey going back to collect it. Trevor Mullins the man then with this free inside towards Matt Cosgrove. Matt now looking for movement, goes back to Finan Garvey, captain. Out goes on the far side towards Dara Burke, twin brother of course of Jamie Burke, the cornerback, as Monivea Abbey eventually get it back, having given it away. Lovely ball in over the top now towards Lee Kinney. Kinney now looking for a little bit of space. Should be Monivea Abbey's opening score, you'd imagine, but it's deflected out at the expense of a 45. The umpire indicates where it's going to be, and Monivea Abbey's next chance at their opening score will be from a 45 as we head towards the 13th minute mark. So having been beaten by Johnny Heaney's penalty, Dennis Farragher comes up, the Monivea Abbey goalkeeper, to take this 45. 5 wides registered so far for Monivea Abbey in this game. Farragher tests whatever breeze is in Pearse Stadium, and I can tell you that there's very little, as Farragher now, a couple of steps back, strikes this in towards the post, strikes it high, strikes it in. The umpire says that that's gone out to the left hand side and wide as well. 6 wides for Monivea Abbey, 1 goal and 2 points for Kilannin. A must-win game, of course, for both of these sides, you'd imagine, to get their championship dreams up and running once again, having lost out in their respective opening round games. As that ball is sent over the far side towards David Kelly, knocks it down. Johnny Heaney's in a bit of space. It's sitting in the centre forward channel if he can be found, but it's recycled back now to Cathal Walsh. And Walsh gives it off. Play on, referee playing advantage at the moment to David Kelly. That advantage is now accrued, and it's Kilannin who will keep ball and change it to this side of the field. Aaron Maguire, lovely ball inside towards Enda Kelly, the captain. Enda moving across, has to go back outside, has support coming from Dara Walsh, but throws a left boot at it. It was an ambitious effort, to say the least, but curls out to the right hand side and wide. So Kilannin registering their second wide, but they lead by 5 points here. 14 and a half minutes gone. I think the referees just called for the water break, as plenty of liquid needed to be taken on here now, as Monivea Abbey down to our right hand side, Kilannin down to our left. The story of the opening quarter here in Pearse Stadium is point by Aaron Maguire after 2 minutes for Kilannin, followed up by an excellent effort by Johnny Heaney. But that major score that's come in this first quarter has come on 11 minutes. From the penalty spot, a foul on Keane Folan, the corner forward for Kilannin, by the Monivea Abbey goalkeeper Dennis Farher, resulted in Frank Kineen awarding the penalty that was duly dispatched with aplomb to the back of the net by centre forward Johnny Heaney. And that puts 5 points between the sides. The story for Monivea Abbey has been also different in the opening quarter. 6 wides, including a 45 from goalkeeper Dennis Farher. But in truth, Monivea Abbey just struggling at the moment to find the accuracy that would open their account, number one, and try and get back into this contest. 5 points is not a lot of a difference between the sides after 50 minutes, but Kilannin hit 2 wides as well. So water break then comes to a conclusion here in Pearse Stadium, the first of the water breaks, as we see Dennis Farher making his way back into the Monivea Abbey goal. Play will resume with a kick out from him following Kilannin's latest wide effort. So both teams trying to get back into this now after the water break and see who can register the next score in this Group C of the Senior Football Championship. The kick out from Dennis Farher goes out towards the middle of the field, gathered brilliantly there by Trevor Mullins. Sends a lovely ball inside towards Lee Kenny. Kenny now is a danger man if he gets going from Monivea Abbey. Still going forward, pops it off to Brian Moran, but Brian Moran beaten to it, picked up by Philip Muldowney. Out it comes to Caelan Murray. Lovely ball inside now. This should be an opportunity for Monivea Abbey and Lee Kenny to get their opening score. Comes in the 16th minute. You can hear the applause in the background. Monivea Abbey needed that. It's come from Lee Kenny. Excellent ball inside. Found Kenny all alone, and he gets Monivea Abbey's opening score, which has gone into the 16th minute here. 1-2 for Kilannin, Monivea Abbey 1 point. Oran Bynes goes this side of the field again towards Dara Walsh. Up to go for it, gets a touch on it. Off a Kilannin hand, and that's going to be a sideline ball for Monivea Abbey, taken quickly by Finan Garvey. Back to Killian McDade. McDade now soaring forward, sauntering up the field. Thought about delivering a long pass, decides to go back to Trevor Mullins. And now Monivea Abbey might just have got that little bit of nerves out of their system now after the water break, get the first score, but that's a poor ball sent inside there by Caelan Murray, picked up by Aaron Maguire. And Kilannin, through the fist of James Walsh, get the ball moving again. Johnny Heaney, lovely ball in over the top. Oh, cut out brilliantly there by Keane Folan. Folan now with a man free inside. Kilannin could be in for goal number 2 here. They have a goal scoring opportunity. The referee says there's too many steps taken by Joe Flaherty. And just as well for Monivea Abbey that he did take those extra steps, because he was in on goal. Kilannin very quick to counteract here, as now it's Monivea Abbey's turn to work it forward. Out around the middle of the park, Finan Garvey sends it forward. Long ball towards Lee Kenny, gathered inside, dropped and regathered again. Lee Kenny, the scorer of Monivea Abbey's only score so far. Brian Moran bottled up in there, forced back out the field towards Caelan Murray. Murray now to Killian McDade. McDade gives it inside. Conor Dolan. Back it comes to Finan Garvey, who has an effort from out the field. Finan Garvey's effort goes out to the right and wide. wide number 7 for the men in red and blue. As the weather gets better and better by the minute here in Pearse Stadium, the sun beginning to creep through the clouds here, should I say, as Oren Bynes gets ready to take this one. Down the middle he goes, towards his captain, who's knocked to the ground. Play on, Johnny Heaney onto this like a shot. Johnny looked to have been pulled back there by Trevor Mullins. The referee is going to give a free to Trevor Mullins, and Trevor Mullins kicks the ball towards the referee, Frank Kilannin. Frank Kilannin saying, do not do that. Killian McDade reluctantly hands the ball to Frank Kilannin. But the upshot of it all is it'll be a free in for Kilannin. Johnny Heaney made about 30 yards there to pass out the Monivea Abbey players. Keane Folan is the man entrusted now with the free for Kilannin. We've just had 2 scorers for Kilannin, and their tally of 1-2. Aaron Maguire with an open point and a goal and a point from Johnny Heaney. So 4 points separating the sides with 18 minutes gone in the first half. But Keane Folan has this opportunity from a free off the left. Strikes this one in. Not great, however, from a free taker of his calibre. Just goes out to the left-hand side and wide. 3 wides for Kilannin, 7 wides for Monivea Abbey in the opening 18 and a half minutes. Dennis Farrer stands side with the kick out, taken down one-handedly there brilliantly by Darragh Walsh, off to Aaron Maguire. Maguire tried to get it in over the top to Keane Folan. Keane Folan gets a little touch on it towards his captain, Enda Kelly. Should be a score for Kilannin. Drops in and drops out to the left-hand side and wide. Well, both sides very guilty of poor finishing here today so far in this game. I don't know if you can blame the weather, because it's perfect conditions for championship football. Dennis Farrer gets the kick away on the far side towards Caelan Murray, up in front of his man over there, and pushed in the back. That will be a free towards Monivea Abbey, as Caelan Murray goes back there to take this one. 1 goal and 2 points for Kilannin. Monivea Abbey 1 point. 19 and a half minutes gone. 10 and a half to go. Kilannin substitutes warming up, or getting exercise at the very least. Killian McDade now tries to move that ball forward towards Lee Kinney, out in front of his man, as he has been for most of this game. Off to Finan Garvey. Garvey looks like he's fouled, and Monivea Abbey are going to get the free. And the free will come on the edge of the D, although Garvey somehow didn't manage to put it over the bar. Monivea Abbey now have a free straight in front of the post, down to our left-hand side, playing into Oris Borna Troyand in the first half, to reduce it back to a 2-point ball game. Both sides already sharing 11 wides between them, so scores crucial now. Everyone counts, as Glenn Kelly is the latest opportunity for Monivea Abbey to get their 2nd point. Just inside the D now, when he steps inside, strikes it well and strikes it up and over the bar. 2 points to 1 goal and 2 now. Glenn Kelly becomes the 2nd Monivea Abbey player to score, this time from a free. We've played nearly 21 minutes. Monivea Abbey have got 2 points in a 5-minute spell. Lee Kenny on 16 and Glenn Kelly on 21. 1-2 to 2 points. As Kilannin try and come away with that kick out. Johnny Heaney playing very deep. And everything that's good about Kilannin so far has been coming through the hands of Johnny Heaney, a lot of it, as he orchestrates a lot of the stuff that's good going up front. Brilliant block down there by Matt Cosgrove. And Matt now, they just find himself in a little bit of space over on the far side. Kilannin caught ball watching, and Monivea Abbey can come forward looking for another score. Ball inside towards Lee Kinney. He is the main target man inside for sure. Off it goes to Brian Moore, and Brian Moore drops it to the ground. The referee is now given a free in to Monivea Abbey, and Kilannin, from having been 1-2 to no score up, are now giving away handy frees to Monivea Abbey as we approach the 22nd minute. And this time Glenn Kelly from outside the D, the other side of the post this time. Another opportunity. Put this over the bar, strikes it in, strikes it up and over the bar. So the deficit has gone back to 2 points now. 1-2 to 3. Glenn Kelly gets his 2nd free in as many minutes. And Monivea Abbey have got the last 3 scores. So Kilannin under a little bit of pressure, and have a player down injured as well. It looks like Cathal Walsh has picked up an injury as well. Referee stopping play momentarily. So low scoring contest here in Pearse Stadium in this Group C of the Bond Secure Senior Football Championship round 2 clash. Kilannin have a 2-point advantage, leading by 1, 2 to 3 points. 3 scores in the 2nd, 4th and 11th minute for Kilannin left them 1-2 to no score ahead. But the last 6 minutes have seen Monivea Abbey eventually get their scoring boots on. Lee Kenny from play and 2 points from frees. Placed balls by Glenn Kelly. I've seen the deficit down to 2 points. Oran Bynes has a tendency to go this side of the field all the time, very close to the sideline again. Caught brilliantly, not for the first time today, by Dara Walsh. That is precise finding of a man, as Johnny Heaney now goes forward looking for an option. Not forthcoming. He just has to go back then to his captain, Enda Kelly. It's a slow build up by Kilannin, who work it through the hands. Back to Sean Shoiga. Shoiga now between the 45 and 65 metre line to Johnny Heaney, to Aaron Maguire. James Walsh lofts it over the far side of the field towards Cathal Walsh, who picked up an injury there a moment ago, but is, from a Kilannin perspective, back in action, thankfully. As the pressure comes on, the wing back, Sean Shoiga, Monivea Abbey. 13 players behind the ball, but Johnny Heaney on the shoulder here now was looking for the pass. He might just get it still. He has it. He's still going forward, turning back outside, thought about the shot, gives it back to his captain. His captain Enda Kelly, back to Cian Folan. Folan being swallowed up there by a swarm of red and blue jerseys. Ball will come here towards Dara Walsh. Thought about having the shot, gives it off to Cian Folan. You won't have to ask Cian Folan twice. Cian Folan driving forward, drives it off the Monivea Abbey man, and Monivea Abbey have somehow managed to avert the danger there again, and now feel like they can get the ball forward off their own. 2 Kilannin players go to ground, or go to that ball. The winner there was James Walsh, but the foul was on another Kilannin player, as the ball has been told to be brought up by the referee, Frank Kineen. 24.5 minutes gone in the first half. Kilannin 1-2, Monivea Abbey 3 points. James Walsh in possession, looking for movement. None forthcoming from the full forward line just yet. The corner back, Luke McKenna, gets into the action. He's being pulled and dragged by Brian Moore in the corner forward for Monivea Abbey. Johnny Heaney wants to take this one quickly. Not a lot happening as regards movement for Johnny Heaney, but in the end he goes short, goes for the return pass. Heaney now past the 45 metre line, still going forward. Thought about having a pop with the left, gives it off, however. Kilannin being bottled up here. It's good defensive work by Monivea Abbey as Kelly takes the ball into the tackle. David Kelly back to Enda Kelly, and Enda Kelly on the end of a trio of hand passes works it over to the far side. Kilannin, slow build up once again as the ball comes to Joe Flaherty. Flaherty tries to step back inside, does so, gets it back out towards David Kelly. Kelly to Flaherty. Flaherty now told to go, be urged on by the Kilannin fans. A lovely pop pass inside towards Cian Folan. Folan, going fisted effort, puts it high and puts it over the bar. Thought about going for the goal, but in the end, Cian Folan, after plenty of action early in this game, has finally got off the mark for Kilannin. We've played 26 minutes, and that's 15 minutes since the last goal for Kilannin, which was the penalty by Johnny Heaney. So 1-3 to 3 points, just 3 points between the sides. Ball over on the far side and got off Kilannin hand, and that will be a sideline ball to Monivea Abbey. About 3.5 minutes of normal time to go then to half time. We'll get the signal from the fourth official about added on time at the end of this first half. But just the 7 scores so far, we've had 11 wides, so that'll give you an idea of shooting as Caelan Murray decides to go for a long range point. In it goes, taken on the post by the goalkeeper for Kilannin, Oran Bynes, and out the field it goes towards Jack O'Toole. Jack now gives it off, and Monivea Abbey getting a hand in there. The ball has come off the Monivea Abbey midfielder Dara Burke. Referee just checking with the linesman, Rona McNulty, I think it is, that's down there. and how much time is going to be added on. The signal will come from the sideline in a couple of moments. The referee just checking what's he going to add on. We've played just past the 27 mark, so that's 3 to go, plus Dandy Kelly, Pádraig Kelly is down there as well. He's going to give us the proper official time that will be added on. 1 minute as the ball is delivered long in towards Cian Folin, out in front of his man. Cian Folin trying to take on the Monivea Abbey defence here by himself. Lovely pop pass out to Enda Kelly. Enda Kelly with the shot, deflected but goes into the back of the net. Kilannin get their second goal. The captain, Enda Kelly, gets in for a goal for Kilannin. The second one, that one coming on the 28th minute. That could be crucial in this contest. 2-3 to 3 points, despite the best efforts of the Monivea Abbey goalkeeper. Kilannin get their second goal. 2-3 to 3 points. An opportunity for Monivea Abbey now to get it forward. It's going to hop in around the back. Goalkeeper has to be alert there, Oran Bynes. He is alert, still coming with it. He needs to get rid of it. He's put under a lot of pressure by the Monivea Abbey forward line. Johnny Heaney for Kilannin. Scorer of a goal and a point so far. Back it goes towards Aaron Maguire, another point scorer. 9 points for Kilannin, made up of 2 goals and 3 points. Monivea Abbey with 3 points. As the Kilannin player goes to ground, Killy McDade, don't think did too much untoward there, but the Kilannin player back up on the ground again, off the ground, and Kilannin go forward now, looking to finish the half strong. We've coming up on 29 minutes, so a minute of normal time plus an added on minute, but Kilannin may not be just finished yet here in Pearse Stadium as the ball deflects towards Cian Folin, but it's picked up brilliantly there by the Monivea Abbey defence. Coming forward, trying to get out with it there is Jamie Burke, the young defender for Monivea Abbey. Does well. Trevor Mullins, years of experience. Philip Muldowney, another dual star for Monivea Abbey, in possession now out around the midfield, looking for movement. Try and unlock this Kilannin defence before half time. Jamie Burke, out it goes towards Trevor Mullins. We're in the final 30 seconds of normal time, plus 1 more minute to be added on. Lee Kenny gets a free over on the far side, and that'll be a free in for Monivea Abbey, and he will call on the services of Glenn Kelly, who's already scored 2 for Monivea Abbey in this first half. I see Patrick Sweeney, one of many Kilannin subs, warming up down in front of us. So not quite sure if there'll be changes at half time. We'll reveal all as it happens here in Pearse Stadium, where right now it's an opportunity for Glenn Kelly from the 21 metre line to try and reduce the deficit. Kelly strikes it in, strikes it high and puts it over the bar. It's the 4th point for Monivea Abbey, who now trail by 5, coming up to the added on minute here in Pearse Stadium. So Glenn Kelly has got a 3rd free for Monivea Abbey, and we're in the final minute here of added on time, which is just 1. So 2-3 to 4 points is the scoreline. So Kilannin will be happy enough as they kick that ball poorly from the kick out. Could be an opportunity here by for Monivea Abbey, but the delivery was just not perfect, just not right, and it allowed Kilannin off the hook. As we're looking about 15 seconds on my stopwatch to go to the end of the first half here. Remember, coming up in the second game later on, we have the Battle of the Gaeltacht teams and Mike Cullen versus Uachtarard. Long ball in over the top towards the goal scorer. The last goal for Kilannin, the second goal, was Enda Kelly, the captain. Monivea Abbey trying to work it forward. Frank Kineen has to step out of the way. Monivea Abbey now looking to finish the half with a score. We're gone past the added on 60 seconds. Referee Frank Kineen will probably allow this attack to develop for Monivea Abbey. Kilannin calling for 2 hops. Referee still playing on here as Kilannin lead by 2-3 to 4 points. Is there time for a score from Monivea Abbey before the break? We're gone 30 seconds past the added on minute, but it's at least, is always the call, at least 1 minute of added time. That may just turn out to be 2 here now. Monivea Abbey just need to get it forward quickly, ball inside, but that's a poor effort. Frank Kinnings decides that's it, enough is enough. We've reached half time in Pearse Stadium in the Bon Secours Senior Football Championship Group C clash, and it's Kilannin that lead at half time by 5 points. 2 goals and 3 points to Monivea Abbey's 4 points. Good start to the opening half for Kilannin with that 2 points by Aaron Maguire and Johnny Heaney inside the opening 4 minutes. But a crucial goal from a penalty, a foul on Keane Folan on 10 minutes, resulted in Johnny Heaney dispatching the ball to the back of the Monivea Abbey net to see them lead by 1-2 to no score. Lee Kenny and 2 Glenn Kelly frees then had Monivea Abbey back to 3 points to 1-2 with 22 minutes gone in the game. Keane Folan got his first point of the contest on 26 minutes to leave it 1-3 to 3 points. But Enda Kelly, getting in on the end of a well-worked move for Kilannin, dispatched the ball to the back of the net to give Kilannin their second 2-3 to 3 points. Just on the stroke of half-time, Glenn Kelly with his third point for Monivea Abbey sees the half-time score here. Kilannin 2 goals and 3 points. Monivea Abbey 4 points. We'll be back for live streaming of the second half. Thank you very much. You're welcome back to Pearse Stadium here. Monivea Abbey first back out onto the field for the start of this second half, trailing by 3 to 4 points. Frank Kilannin, the referee, and his officials making their way back out as well. So plenty of work to do for Monivea Abbey in the second half here. They'll be attacking the goal down to our right hand side, the Dr. Mannix road end of Pearse Stadium at the start of this second half. Quick look around, don't see any obvious changes on the Monivea Abbey starting 15 for the second half. It's as you were, I think, for Monivea Abbey as we await the arrival of Kilannin for this second half. Their management team of Marvin Lee, Robert Lee, Keith Joyce, Mike Joyce and Ian Thornton will be happy enough to be 5 points to the good at the break, as see Monivea Abbey backroom team there with plenty of bottles of water as well at the ready for this second half, because it is energy sapping out there for sure. Remember, the second game coming up here on a live stream today in Pearse Stadium will be the clash of the all Gaeltacht sides on Mike Cullen versus Uachtarard, as Cian Folan leads back out Kilannin for the start of the second half here. We'll quick scout around to see is there any changes on the Kilannin team. None obvious right now. Very much, I'd say, as you were for Kilannin, as they try and hold on to this 5 point lead here and register their first win in Group C of the Senior Football Championship. Last one out onto the pitch there, number 19, Carl Walsh. He's been a busy man in the first half for Kilannin as well. So Monivea Abbey with 7 wides in the opening half, Kilannin registering 4. So a much improved return of scores from Monivea Abbey is needed in this second half. As the linesman makes his way over the far side, Frank Kilannin, just checking that everything is in order, everyone is in position, and we'll get the second half up and running. The ball is thrown in, and straight away it's Kilannin who pick it up from the throw-in. Dave Kelly back to James Walsh, and Walsh to Johnny Heaney now. Heaney over on the far side sends a lovely ball in the direction of Joe Flaherty out in front of the cornerback. Jason Flaherty still going forward. Joe Flaherty off the outside of the right boot sees that ball come ricocheting back off the post. Finan Garvey, the Monivea Abbey captain, was the man that was alert. Tries to turn back into the goalkeeper, Dennis Farrer, who will slow it down somewhat. Pick a pass towards Killian McDade, and McDade now soloing out towards his own 45. Back to Finan Garvey. Garvey has support from Dara Burke, and Dara now solos forward before delivering a pass in over the top. Who's out to that? It's the Kilannin defender that read it. One of the Abbey man, Brian Moran, just beaten to it on that occasion. As Kilannin now start an attack from their own 45-metre line. Sean Shoiga, the latest Kilannin player to get involved, gets his pass off towards Darrow Walsh, who was very much busy in the first half, collecting a lot of ball from kick-outs, sends the ball in towards Cian Folan. Probably too much on that for Cian Folan to keep in, but he does manage to keep it in very close to the end line. Still going forward now, Cian Folan. Folan now with a chance for a point for Kilannin after retrieving a ball that looked dead. That's superb work by Cian Folan, keeping the ball in on the end line, on the sideline, and soloing his way along the end line before putting the fisted effort over the bar. It's his second point of the afternoon. It's come in the second minute of the second half, and Kilannin go 2-4 to 4 points ahead. Kick out, not a great one, picked up here by Sean Shoiga. Shoiga off to Johnny Heaney. Heaney now looking for a run off the shoulder. Decides that's not about to happen, so holds on to possession. Spins around, goes back in, and now has support. Cathal Walsh back to Dara, and Dara finds Sean Shoiga. Monivea Abbey with plenty of bodies behind the ball defending, but Kilannin happy enough to move it through the hands, slow it down, and hold on to what they have right now. They lead by 6 points, 2-4 to 4 points. Passing over the top takes out 5 or 6 Monivea Abbey defenders off the outside of the right boot by Jack O'Toole, but it's a poor effort. Never got the delivery, never got the purchase, and it allows Monivea Abbey to work it out through the channels to Keith O'Reilly now, the fullback. Kenny McDade going across laterally towards Conor Dolan. Dolan now off it goes towards Caleb Mulry. Not a lot of movement inside. The only one that's in there is Lee Kenny as that block comes in from Kilannin. Dolan just a little bit slow on the delivery. Was looking for movement up front that wasn't forthcoming, and it allowed Kilannin in to get the tackle in. And Monivea Abbey give away the ball. Touch on the ball here. The linesman says it's a line ball for Monivea Abbey. And the ball left on the edge of the stand by Joe Flaherty. And Fionn Garvey retrieves from Monivea Abbey and takes the sideline to Trevor Mullins. Out the far side it goes towards Jason Flaherty. Another man that plays the small ball as well for his club. Trevor Mullins to Keith O'Reilly now. Past the 65-metre line, heading towards the 45. Lovely ball inside towards Glenn Kelly. Kelly now scorer of 3 points from frees in the first half. Keith O'Reilly tries to thread that ball through towards Brian Moran. Moran now trying to take on the Kilannin defence. Fancied it off the left. Back to Matt Cosgrove. Out to Caleb Mulry. Mulry off the right boot. Sees that one curl. It's a super score by Caleb Mulry, the centre half back for Monivea Abbey. 5 points now for the men in red and blue. 2-4 to 5. And Caleb Mulry becomes the latest Monivea Abbey player to score. And that one coming in the 5th minute of the second half for Monivea Abbey. And we look like we could have some substitutes coming in for Kilannin. We've got a couple of players down injured right across the park. The referee going over to talk to the linesman, and he's going to have a word there to see something that might have happened that might require a little bit of homework. Frank Kineen having a look around, calling over the cornerback Luke McKenna for something that happened off the ball. So Jason Flaherty coming off the Monivea Abbey team, replaced by number 18 Eric Nealon, and a yellow card for Luke McKenna of Kilannin for something spotted by the official. Kilannin are going to bring in number 30 Thomas Kennevy, and we'll see who's gone off in a couple of moments, but play continues with the kick out, knocked down. Johnny Heaney trying to get into it there. Midfielder David Kelly picks it up, and Kilannin take the free quickly. Ted McAndrew, the Kilannin player that's gone off. So both sides making early substitutions at the start of this second half. But Kilannin still lead by 5. As Jack O'Toole now goes forward for Kilannin. Pop pass to his captain, Enda Kelly. And Enda Kelly now goes through the heart of the Monivea Abbey defence, still going forward. Enda Kelly off the right boot, high, curling out to the right hand side and wide number 5. So both sides have shared 12 points, 12 wide, 7 for Monivea Abbey, 5 for Kilannin. But Kilannin still lead by 2-4 to 5 points in this must-win game for both sides. As Monivea Abbey now are going to bring in Aidan McDade. It looks like he's going for a warm-up anyway for sure. Whatever about coming into the action. Ball touched down, goes to ground, picked up by Caleb Mulry. Caleb Mulry has Philip Muldowney free and Matt Cosgrove, and Caleb decides still go. Philip Muldowney was free all alone over this side of the field. Trevor Mullins now sends it inside towards Lee Kenny. Kenny with the ball, calls to the mark. Does he? He does. And that's going to be a free on the 40-metre line, and we could be back to a 4-point ball game here. Lee Kenny scored a point in the opening half for Monivea Abbey. As we hit the 7-minute mark, Monivea Abbey have got back-to-back points. Lee Kenny with the free. His second of the afternoon brings it to 6 points now, to 2 goals and 4 for Kilannin. Kilannin backroom team look like they want to bring in more substitutes here as the kick out comes from the goalkeeper Oren Bynes. Referee spotted a foul, not by Philip Muldowney but by, I think it was the cornerback Jamie Burke. A little push in the back over on the far side, and it's Kilannin now that have possession. Kilannin put up a big score against Milltown in the opening round clash, 3-12, but conceded 4-18, which was a huge score by both sides in that one. But Milltown very much the 4 in this group at the moment, sitting proudly at top after 2 victories. as Johnny Heaney works it forward now towards Aaron Maguire. Back to Johnny Heaney. Tries to go forward. Referee says he's overplayed it. Kilannin not happy in the stand or on the pitch side. And the referee, Frank Keane, is going to bring it forward. So things are getting interesting here after 8 minutes of the second half. Just 4 points separating the sides. Another score from Monivea Abbey now would make this very interesting indeed. Trevor Mullins told to go back a couple of steps. As Mullins is going to launch this one. It looks like he's going to launch it in. The referee is being told one of the players to go off. I think it's for a gum shield, or is it for a little bit of blood on the leg? In fact, it's what it is. So to me, that's a blood sub required. But the referee says it's okay, it's patched up, it's cleaned up. And Carl Walsh has given the go-ahead to continue without having to go off the field to play. As Eric Nealon now in possession, the substitute for Monivea Abbey, to Trevor Mullins. Out around the middle of the field. Looking for a runner, looking for Keith O'Reilly, who has to do a lot of work to keep it in, very close to the sideline, but does well into Eric Nealon. Nealon bottled up inside. Kilannin trying to go down over it. Referee says play on. Matt Cosgrove now sends the ball in over the top. Touchdown there by Glenn Kelly, very close to the sideline. Referee has seen a push, however, despite the ball being signalled by the linesman that it was gone out over the line, the referee indicated that there was a push on the Monivea Abbey player, and it results in a free in for Monivea Abbey between the 14 and 21 metre line down to our right hand side, just a metre in from the sideline. Difficult angle. So Glenn Kelly may decide to have a go at the post here, or may decide to go short. The body language suggests that he will go for it from here. It'll be some kick if this goes over the bar, as Kelly now strikes this one in towards the post, but doesn't have enough of curl, doesn't have sufficient length on it either. So it goes out, and Monivea Abbey register another wide. Score remains Kilannin 2-4, Monivea Abbey 6 points. 10 minutes gone in the second half here at a brilliantly sunshine-filled Pearse Stadium. As Oren Bynes tries to find a man from this kick out again. It's a high, long delivery over the far side, touched on over there towards Aaron Maguire. Does well to keep it in play, being put under a lot of pressure back there by Philip Muldowney, who does very well to win a ball that he was under pressure. And Monivea Abbey now come forward. Referee's going to call over a player now. This could be a black card for Kilannin, and Kilannin could be down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. And it is a black card for the midfielder, David Kelly, or for Darragh Walsh. Kilannin down to 14 with a black card. And now the momentum might just have shift towards Monivea Abbey, who play with an extra man for the next 10 minutes. And they're in possession inside the 45 metre line, close to the sideline on the far side of the field. Now an opportunity maybe here. Killian McDade, haven't seen him on an awful lot of ball so far in this contest, as the Kilannin player gets a touch in there, but it's well run by Finan Garvey. Garvey gives it off towards Keith Riley, and he drops it in towards the goalkeeper, who fumbles it for a second but manages to hold on. And Kilannin get away with one there, because it was a scoring opportunity for Kilannin, and now they give it away themselves. And it really is become a little bit scrappy right now as Caelan Mulry goes forward, looking for another score, dropping this ball in around the house. In they go, one Monivea Abbey man in there, two Kilannin men in there, goes off the hand of the Monivea Abbey man out to the right hand side, and another wide for Monivea Abbey. 9 wides for them, 5 for Kilannin, but Kilannin lead by 4, 2 goals and 4 points to Monivea Abbey 6 points in this low scoring championship encounter. And the applause you hear in the background is for number 17 Patrick Sweeney, who's coming into the action for Kilannin, followed by number 22 Niall Acton. Coming off is number 19, it looks like to me, that's coming off 19 and 10. So Jack O'Toole and Cathal Walsh have played their part for Kilannin today, and Patrick Sweeney and Niall Acton come into the fray for the Kilannin men. Just over 12 minutes gone in the first half. Kick out this side of the field, gathered brilliantly there in the middle by David Kelly. David Kelly off the outside of the right boot. First chance there for Patrick Sweeney to get onto this. Just in the action, literally 10 seconds. Still going forward, Patrick Sweeney. Sweeney now looking for an option. Going to go for a score in his introduction. Patrick Sweeney high. And Patrick Sweeney puts it over the bar. Talk about an impact substitution. literally from his introduction, gone onto the pass, and Patrick Sweeney puts a point over for Kilannin, and that ends the last two scores from Monivea Abbey. And that one coming in the 13th minute of this second half. Puts 2-5 now for Kilannin, 6 points from Monivea Abbey, but Monivea Abbey on the attack once again. Glenn Kelly sees that ball come off the hand of a Kilannin player, and it'll be a sideline ball from Monivea Abbey, who take it quickly but poorly. Intercepted well by Sean Shoiga. Shoiga to Sweeney. Sweeney goes to ground, and that's referee's going to call over Dara Burke. Dara Burke is going to have a word from Frank Kinney. A yellow card is the upshot of it all. 13 and a half minutes gone in the second half. Remember, we will have a second water break. There's a lovely ball sent up along the line again towards Patrick Sweeney, tormenting Monivea Abbey on his introduction barely 2 minutes ago. Patrick Sweeney says that's referee says it was charging. It's going to be a free out for Monivea Abbey. They'll be delighted with that one. Dara Burke gets it to Killian McDade. McDade now moving forward, looking, pleading with Monivea Abbey forwards to move a little bit quicker and slicker inside. Glenn Kelly back to Dara Burke. And Dara Burke, it's time to find Philip Muldowney. Muldowney trying to step inside, does well, goes back onto the left boot, has a man free inside, gets it inside towards Conor Dolan. Dolan now trying to run at the Kilannin defence, still going forward, has support, out it goes towards the corner back, towards Lee Kenny now. Scorer of 2 points from Monivea Abbey, thought about having a shot, still going forward, still going is Lee Kenny. Now he's going to shoot, but it's half blocked down and cleared by Kilannin, picked up in there by James Walsh, who needs to get rid of it now for Kilannin. Tries to get rid of it. Referees has a stop in play in there. Kilannin player gone to ground. Shouts from the crowd encouraging Frank Kineen to deal with the situation. The referee will go to the sideline official on the far side of the field, the linesman, have a quick word. I'm not quite sure if there was anything untoward. It says it was just a clash of feet, I think, in there. So the score remains Kilannin 2-5, Monivea Abbey 6 points. We'll soon have the second water break as well, as that ball is sent down along the line, but intercepted by Monivea Abbey's Keith O'Reilly. O'Reilly now lofts it forward towards Brian Moran. Moran taking on the Kilannin defence now. Gone past the 14, but still very close to the sideline. Conor Dolan offers assistance for Monivea Abbey. Back to Lee Kenny. Kenny goes to ground, and Kilannin have overturned it again. And may be overturned it themselves, and an opportunity now for Trevor Mullins. Goes for the point from out the field. Trevor Mullins gets the score, puts it over the bar. We're back to a 4-point ball game. Kilannin had possession, but give it away, and Trevor Mullins, the latest Monivea Abbey man, to fire over a point, and that one coming on the 16th minute of the second half. The clock will stop here in Pearse Stadium for the water break, with Kilannin leading by 5 to 7 points. Keane Folan with a point at the start of the second half stretched it to 4 to 4 points. But then Monivea Abbey came somewhat alive through Caelan Mulry and Luke Kenny with 2 points, brought it back to 4 to 6. Patrick Sweeney then, just a minute on his introduction into the contest, fires over a wonderful point to put it 5 to 6 points. And just before the water break, Trevor Mullins, the midfielder for Monivea Abbey, has got his side's 7th point. So still just 2 kicks of the ball between the sides here, as both teams take on plenty of hydration during this short water break. Frank Kineen also taking advantage of a drop of Ishka. As Garvin McDade and his backroom team down there as well, having quick words, Kevin Higgins and Henry O'Hara, to see is there anything else that can be done to bring this game back in Monivea Abbey's favour, because right now they have a little bit of work to do. They've got to find a major score, I think. Like Kilannin have also introduced substitutes in this second half. So the clock stopped at 15:55 down to our left hand side, 16 minutes, so 14 of normal time to go here. Still very much up for grabs in this Group C of the Galway Senior Football Championship. Monivea Abbey want to bring in dual star Paul Flaherty as well, so number 10 on, definitely coming in from Monivea Abbey. Going off is Philip Muldowney. Conor Dolan coming off as well, being replaced by number 29 Niall Mannion, son of the great Tomas Mannion, former Monivea Abbey great and Galway legend. So play will continue then. Get back up and running after the water break, with Kilannin leading by 2-5 to 7 points. Kick out not the best, but found its way somehow to David Kelly. Kilannin try and play it through the hands in their own half back line, which can be a little bit dangerous with the pressures put on by Monivea Abbey. Kilannin still have had a number of passes now and still haven't got past their own 45-metre line. Killian McDay getting a tackle in there. Killian McDay going to ground. And the referee is going to give a free here to Monivea Abbey. Kilannin guilty of not clearing their lines. We alluded to it just before it happened. And the short underhit hand pass allowed Killian McDay to get the tackle in. He was fouled, and now Glenn Kelly has an opportunity to bring it back to a 3-point ball game. Kilannin 2-5, Monivea Abbey 7 points. But Kelly has already scored 3 points from frees. It's Kelly now tries to curl this one in. He's curling it in. It comes off the outside of the post, would you believe it, and out for wide number 10 for Monivea Abbey. Substitutes just been confirmed in the PA system here in Pearse Stadium as Owen Bynes gets ready to take this one. So just over 12 and a half minutes remaining. Bynes goes long over the far side of the field. Kilannin still lead by 4, and Patrick Sweeney tries to get onto it over there. One of the Abbey player goes to ground. He's fouled. That's the captain, Finan Garvey. Kilannin don't want to give the ball back. The referee will bring it forward. It's really foolish play by Kilannin, awarding Monivea Abbey handy couple of steps forward. Remember, Kilannin down to 14 men as well for another few minutes as the black card. Kenny McDade might fancy his chances here. No, after Caelan Mulry. Mulry now has a bit of space. Should be a point for Monivea Abbey. Kicks it in, kicks it up and over the bar. We're back to a 3-point ball game. 8 points to 2-5. Caelan Mulry with the latest score for Monivea Abbey. Or a 3-point ball game. 18 minutes gone in the second half. 2-5 for Kilannin. 8 points from Monivea Abbey. Next score in this contest now will prove pretty crucial as to the destination of the points for this second round clash here, as that ball has gone off confidently by Trevor Mullins. Mullins now buoyed on by a score a couple of moments ago. It's after Paul Flaherty. Flaherty moving forward. Lovely pass to Lee Kenny. Lee Kenny steps inside his man, goes off the right. Lee Kenny high, and Lee Kenny sends it in and over the bar. It's game on in Pearse Stadium. 2-6 to 9 points. Lee Kenny set up by Paul Flaherty. He gets his third of the afternoon. With 11 minutes or thereabouts to go, Monivea Abbey have hit the last 3 scores through Trevor Mullins, Caelan Mulry and Luke Kenny. Rory Bynes drives this ball over the far side of the field. Trying to get onto it there is the wing forward, Joe Flaherty. Flaherty does well, steps back inside. Now goes on a solo run, but doesn't have a lot of support. Tries to get it forward. The referee has called it back for a foul. Play will resume with a free to Kilannin, back out in the middle of the field. No advantage there coming to the Kilannin forward. So Patrick Sweeney, now based at full forward for Kilannin, is certainly a danger man for them. Monivea Abbey have got the last 3 scores. They've outscored Kilannin in this second half and see themselves back to within 2 points, 2-5 to 9 points. A 2-point ball game as we get to the business end of this championship tie. Kilannin now happy enough to hold it up out around the middle of the field. No support coming to the player in possession, so he's got to hold on to it, Aaron Maguire, and he is to go back. So Monivea Abbey putting the squeeze on all the time here now in this second half. Out it goes towards Enda Kelly. He's fouled, pushed in the back, says the referee. That'll be a free for Kilannin. 10 minutes of normal time to go here. Another foul on the Kilannin player. Trevor Mullins, the man this time, deemed to have fouled. So Kilannin with just 2 forwards inside the 45-metre line at the moment. Enda Kelly making himself available. Off it goes towards Acton, who brings back Kelly into the action. Lovely pop pass forward towards Joe Flaherty. Flaherty now moving forward, goes to the ground, pulled to the ground. Kilannin are appealing for a black card for that foul there, and it might just be forthcoming as well, as Darragh Walsh comes back into the fold for Kilannin. He's spent his 10 minutes on the bench, but Monivea Abbey could be down to... No, it's a yellow card, in fact, for the pull down by Brian Moran. So Kilannin back to a full 15 here. Patrick, Dandy Kelly having words down here with Garvin McDade as well. Not quite sure what was happening down on the sideline there, but something not right in Garvin McDade's eyes. But anyway, play will continue. Kilannin player still down injured, and it will be a free for Kilannin, who lead by 5 to 9 points, with coming up on 21.5 when it's gone in the second half. Real close encounter here. Kilannin leading by 5 at half time, but a wonderful comeback in the second half by Monivea Abbey. Caelan Mulry with a couple of scores, Trevor Mullins and Lee Kenny with 2. I've seen the margin reduced to just 2 points as Johnny Heaney stands over this free on the 45-metre line, slightly left of centre, but it's nonetheless a scoring opportunity that could put Kilannin back 3 points in front. So Johnny Heaney, the scorer of a penalty in the first half and a point as well, has a scoring opportunity for Kilannin into the scoreboard end of Oris Bourne Thraw down to our left. A little bit of a breeze picks up here now as well at the Salt Hill venue. Johnny Heaney, a couple of little steps, strikes this one, strikes it high. It's curling. Is it curling enough? No, it isn't curling enough. It's gone out to the right hand side. 6 wides now for Kilannin, and 2 points between the sides. About 7.5 minutes to go here. Kilannin bringing in Sean Thornton. See who's gone off now, just a couple of moments time. So another change led by Marvin Lee and the backroom team. Coming off is David Kelly for Kilannin. Monivea Abbey take the kick out short to Paul Flaherty. Back it goes to Jamie Burke. Jamie to Paul, and Paul now inside his own 45-metre line gets a hand pass forward towards Darragh Burke to Trevor Mullins. Mullins fisted effort to Caelan Murray, who seems to be finding a lot of space in this second half, and sends a beautiful ball in towards Lee Kenny. Kenny now thought about giving the pass, gives it back out towards Killian McDade off the left. Killian McDade high, and Killian McDade puts it over the bar. That's an excellent score from the county man. Monivea Abbey have reduced this back to just 1 point, 5 to 10. It's been a far better second half performance by Monivea Abbey, who now find themselves just 1 point behind. Killian McDade with that score from play leaves it at 5 to 10 points. Kick out over the far side. Referee spots a foul on a Kilannin player. Johnny Heaney with the ball, calling for movement inside. Instead he's going to go towards Patrick Sweeney. Sends the ball in over the top towards Sweeney, in ahead of Paul Flaherty. Sweeney going well, inside he goes, turns, has a pop pass out to Keane Folan. Score opportunity here for Kilannin, and they get it through the boot of Keane Folan, set up by Patrick Sweeney. The shot coming in originally from the free by Johnny Heaney, straight into the waiting hands of Patrick Sweeney, offloading it in unselfishly to Keane Folan, who manages to get the ball over the bar. That's his 3rd point of the afternoon. 6 to 10 points. The 2 point ball game now. Dangerous lead at any time, but coming forward is Caelan Mulry. He has runners off the shoulder, decides to go for a fisted effort in towards Lee Kenny. Kenny taking on his man, setting up the space to try and have the shot at the post. Back it comes out towards Niall Mannion, back to Caelan Mulry. Thought about having the shot, since a nice ball inside. Here we are, a chance for Monivea Abbey. Keith O'Reilly going to go for goal, but instead sends it high and over the bar. Monivea Abbey responded quickly. Keith O'Reilly was the fullback wearing number 3, comes up the field and gets a point for Monivea Abbey. We're back to a 1 point ball game. I'm not quite sure if a draw would be any benefit to both these sides, but we could be heading that way very quickly here with 5 minutes of normal time remaining. 2-6 for Kilannin. Monivea Abbey 11 points. Ball touched down by Kilannin, by the midfielder. The man that spent 10 minutes on the bench was Darragh Walsh. He's got it free. And Monivea Abbey want to slow it down. It's Kilannin, when they attack quickly on the break, they can trouble Monivea Abbey, leading by 2-6 to 11 points. Just the 1 point between the sides. Johnny Heaney now in a little bit of space. Fisted pass in towards Cian Folin. Gathered brilliantly by Folin. Folin one-on-one now. Going forward, Cian Folin shows his real class there to get the ball up and over the bar. 2 goals and 7 points now to 11 points. And Cian Folin responding back to Keith O'Reilly's point a couple of moments ago. And Cian Folin has now got 4 points. Thought maybe initially that he might go in further and go for a goal, but he decided the best option was to put it over the bar. 2-7 is 13 points. 11 points from Monivea Abbey. Kilannin lead by 2. So we still have 4 minutes to play according to the clock here, and we've been told already that's going to be 5 more added on minutes. So to me, we have another 9 minutes to play here in Pearse Stadium. Johnny Heaney goes to ground. The referee says play on. Kilannin trying to get down under it. There's a serious head injury there in that clash. Johnny Heaney gone to ground. Doesn't look too healthy from here. And the referee stopping play straight away, as the clock has now ticked into the 27th minute. So either somebody has mixed up the clocks here or whatever, but we're reading the clock here at 27 minutes. The linesman is going to be having a word with Frank Kilannin, who's probably not just looking for water, but we did hear the PA announcement say 5 added on minutes, and the clock had still 26 minutes only gone on it, so it seemed a little bit early for the added on time. Ref explaining to the Kilannin men, backroom team, what the actual play of the land is. Frank Kilannin is going to hop this ball. I think that's the upshot of it all right now. Frank Kilannin will hop the ball up when the play can continue, when the injured players get the go ahead. Second game coming up here in the live stream this afternoon in the Galway Football Championship is the clash of neighbours and the Gaeltacht, Uachtarard and Mike Quillen, Group A of the Bon Secours Senior Football Championship. But right now we still have maybe 7 minutes to go here in Pearse Stadium, with the tie delicately poised. Kilannin leading by 2 points. But Monivea very much a different team in the second half, as Monivea go in and grab that. Paul Flaherty picks it up for Monivea Abbey. Still has it. The referee says too many steps. Not for the first time today. Players on both sides penalised for over-carrying. So Patrick Sweeney is free over there if the ball can be got into him. He has it now. Dangerous every time he gets it in towards another man that's ever dangerous is Cian Folin. Folin gets it out this side of the field. Back to Folin, gets it again, still going forward, tries to get the pass away, and Monivea Abbey get in there. That's great work by Monivea Abbey defence. Now can they get down here? Killian McDade in a race for possession, but beaten to it by Aaron Maguire. Maguire up to his captain, Enda Kelly. Kelly now moving towards the 21 metre line, stepping back inside, needs support. The support is forthcoming out on the 45 metre line from Darragh Walsh. Walsh off to Johnny Heaney, into Patrick Sweeney. This is dangerous. Kilannin are in here if they could get a goal. The shot comes in, it's in the back of the net. Darragh Walsh with the goal that could have decided this contest. It's goal number 3, set up by Johnny Heaney. Patrick Sweeney finished at the back of the net by Darragh Walsh, and that coming on the stroke of 30 minutes here, but we still have plenty of time left here according to the added on time. But the goal has come from the man who spent 10 minutes on the bench earlier for an infringement, but has come back right into this game to get a goal that could be so crucial. 3-7 for Kilannin, 11 points from Monivea Abbey. A play will continue, and Monivea Abbey certainly need something special to happen right now as a trail by 5. They had it back down to 1 when Keith O'Reilly got a point 5 minutes from the end of normal time. Caelan Murray now driving forward, sends a nice ball inside towards Trevor Mullins, based at full forward. Play on, says the referee, and eventually does give the free on the 21 metre line to Monivea Abbey, who could do with taking it quickly, reduce the deficit back down by another point. standing over this is the Monivea Abbey free taker, Glenn Kelly. Score of 3 points in the first half. The referee going in to talk to his umpires to the left of the post inside, having a quick chat in there. So a Kilannin player did go to ground, and the referee now speaking to his umpires, and a decision has got to be made. The referee is going to call over Trevor Mullins, is it? He is calling over Trevor Mullins for something that happened, telling the other players to stay out of the action. Now, the word of the card will be significant in this contest. Trevor Mullins, being spoken to by a referee, gets a yellow card. So, play will continue, but the clock ticks away. We're gone into the second minute, past the 30 here in Pearse Stadium. But remember, we did have an indication from the fourth official and from the PA system that there would be 5 added on minutes at the end of the 30. So, still plenty of time for Monivea Abbey. They need to get a score from this. As Glenn Kelly strikes this one, puts it over the bar. It's another point for Monivea Abbey. 12 points to 3 goals and 7. The referee is going to allow the substitution to take place, as Glenn Kelly has fired that free over the bar to reduce the deficit 3-7 to 12 points now. Kilannin have brought their substitute on. They've probably used their full bench now at this stage, but their bench has worked for them for sure, as Cian Folin goes up for that one. He's not the tallest player in the world, but he manages to get a touch on it, to get it down. Monivea Abbey are in there, getting a tackle in there. The referee says that's unreal. As we send this over now towards the far side, towards Patrick Sweeney, who gets a push in his man. The free is given to Monivea Abbey. 2.5 minutes gone in the added on time here. If you're just joining us, Kilannin 3-7, Monivea Abbey 12 points. That crucial goal from Darragh Walsh just a couple of moments ago for Kilannin, as Kilannin try and work it out of their own defence down to our right hand side. The referee is stopping the clock in there again. We've got another player down on the ground for Kilannin, and all this surely is easing into the added on time. That Monivea Abbey were hoping that they could get right back into this contest. 6 to 11 points to trail with 5 minutes of normal time remaining. But Kilannin with a point by Cian Folin, and that goal by Darragh Walsh, set up by Johnny Heaney, Patrick Sweeney involved as well. So now we have a stoppage to play. Sean Thornton, a substitute for Kilannin in the second half, down injured. The linesman over there checking with Frank Kinney as well. So, a lot of conflab going on over there, as Frank Kinney has a look up at the scoreboard, the clock up to our left hand side. So I'm not quite sure what the issue is with the officials, but the clock will continue to tick away. The time will still be added on. Sean Thornton back up on his feet, gets a warm round of applause as well, but free out then to Kilannin is the upshot of it all, as the Kilannin player goes to ground. Monivea Abbey have introduced Éanna McDade as well in the last few minutes. Long ball up towards Patrick Sweeney, gets a touchdown there, but it's gathered there by Monivea Abbey. Monivea now trying to work it forward. Paul Flaherty holds on to it, swarmed by Kilannin players, and it's overturned by Kilannin. Kilannin, through their captain, Enda Kelly, gets it off to Aaron Maguire, sends it in the direction of Cian Folin. Folin very close to the sideline, too close to the sideline on the far side of the field. 3-7 to 12 points as the clock on our left hand side ticks into the 35th minute. As Matt Cosgrove goes back to take the pass from goalkeeper Dennis Farrer now, or to Matt Cosgrove, as Cosgrove goes forward. Passes it forward. The referee's going to stop play now, blowing the whistle. And it's really got so scrappy in the last couple of minutes here. There's stuff happening all over the place off the ball. Kilannin player and Monivea Abbey player being spoken to, Killy McDade, and number 22, Niall Acton. So a yellow card for both. And all of this just not suiting Monivea Abbey because they're the ones trailing by 3-7 to 12 points. 4 point in arrears. Is there time for Monivea Abbey to get a goal and a point, or can Kilannin hold on for their first victory in the Senior Football Championship this year? Lee Kenny goes to ground on the 45 metre line. There will be a free in for Monivea Abbey. They need to take it quickly. Taken to Paul Flaherty. He's going to drop this one in around the house, but again, it's not a great delivery. Kilannin can come away with it. Who else is back there? Only Johnny Heaney for Kilannin. Doing a defensive role right now. Ball close to the sideline, picked up by Sean Shoiga. Sean off towards the man wearing 29, Darren Walsh. And Johnny Heaney tries to get it away only as far as Keith O'Reilly. Riley sends it in to danger zone. There's a penalty for Monivea Abbey here, lads. I can tell you that signal is a pull on Trevor Mullins, and Monivea Abbey will have an opportunity to get a goal here in Pearse Stadium. My stopwatch says we've played 6.5 added on minutes. Is it to be the final score in this game? If it is a score, Glenn Kelly is the man with the penalty. We started with a penalty early in the first half for 10 minutes for Kilannin from Johnny Heaney, but Monivea Abbey have an opportunity to bring it back to a 1 point ball game, and all eyes will then be on referee Frank Kineen as Kelly squares up against Oran Bynes, strikes it into the back of the net. It's 1-12 to 3-7, a 1 point ball game. Glenn Kelly with the penalty dispatched to the back of the net. It's 1-4 for him. The clock says 67 minutes. You can hear the whistles in the background from the Kilannin players. How much time will referee Frank Kineen play? He's looking like he could blow it here. He's waiting for the kick out to come. 1-12 from Monivea Abbey, 3-7 for Kilannin. Referee Frank Kineen blows the full time whistle. It's all over. It's finished in dramatic circumstances here in Pearse Stadium. But the upshot of it all is Kilannin have somehow struggled over the line by the narrowest of margins. 3 goals and 7 points to 1 goal and 12 points. 16 points to 15. The crucial goal in the second half from Darragh Walsh on the stroke of full time saw them go from 2-7 to 11 points ahead to 3-7 to 11 points ahead. Glenn Kelly with a goal and a point laid on for Monivea Abbey, who will miss or rue those 10 wides they had in this contest. Kilannin with just 6. So far more economical performance by Kilannin, who introduced the substitutes in the second half that paid dividends as well, in particular Patrick Sweeney. So it's finished here in Group C of the Bon Secours Senior Football Championship in Pearse Stadium. A win for Kilannin in the end by the narrowest of margins. Kilannin 3 goals and 7 points. Monivea Abbey 1 goal and 12.